Welcome to 2011's new Cooking on the Block. I'm Chef Ellie Espo. Happy New Year, everyone. And today we're going to start off with a lentil soup, which is traditional for Italians to eat for the new year. And the lentils look like little coins, and that's why it's used for good fortune. So buona fortuna, everyone, in 2011. So let's get started on our delicious soup. I created this recipe. Maybe you've made this kind before, but this is my rendition of a lentil soup. So we're going to start with butternut squash, which I cubed, drizzled olive oil, salt and pepper. You know the score, huh? So we're going to roast it, get it nice and caramelized and sweet. It's going to make our soup delicious. So let's throw that in the oven, and we'll put it on at 350, and we'll give it 20 minutes. And we'll see how that goes, okay? So in the meantime, we're going to get our soup base going. So I have in the pot here extra virgin olive oil. And to make our soup extra delicious, I have some chopped up bacon. How good is this? So we'll get that started. And we'll get it nice and brown. And I've already had some started in there, so we're going to add our next ingredients. A sweet onion with some, about 2 cloves of sliced garlic. Okay, so we're layering all our flavors, right? You know, when you make soup, I know it's a peasant dish and it's something fast you can make from ingredients hanging around, but I'm a firm believer, if your ingredients are good and fresh to start off with, your soup is going to taste even better. So you know what you do with lentils. You let them soak, and you pick through the little ones that might have some debris in them, but these are ready to go for us. Let me just drain them. Okay, and I rinsed them a couple of times already, so I did that for you before. Alright, so now we're going to add celery. And of course we have carrots. And you know, we're not going to add the butternut squash to maybe halfway to our cooking of our soup, so we don't want it mushy. The butternut squash mushy, I mean. So let's add some nice herbal layer here. We have some fresh thyme. And we'll add our parsley towards the end of the cooking too, because this is a hearty herb and we want all the vegetables to take on that flavor. Okay, let me give it a stir. It's smelling good already. Onions and bacon, garlic. Oh, all right, now we have porcini mushrooms soaking, okay? And we want to drain them just like our lentils. We're going to add these in, and this is going to give it so much good flavor. A nice earthy touch here. Okay. Now, we're going to let this brown, and when we come back, we'll add a couple of other ingredients and some stock, and we'll let this just bathe away on our stove for about an hour. It's going to be great. Okay. The smell in this kitchen is molto bene. The smell from the onions, the porcini mushrooms, the bacon. Can't get better than that smell. Now we're going to add our rinsed lentils, okay? And you know what? You want to get some of the oils from the bacon and a little bit of the extra virgin coating the lentils. Okay, you get that outside shell kind of glistening. You get it in there with your spoon, okay? Now we're going to add chicken stock, okay? Now you can readily use vegetable broth if you want to make this vegetarian. Then you would have to omit the bacon also. So now for one last layer of deliciousness, you know, you gotta save these babies, and you know what they are, right? It's the rinds of the Parmigiano Reggiano. I throw them in my tomato sauce. I throw them in soups. Anything. Absolutely great. Okay, so, you know, I have about 3 or 4 here, and I'm going to throw them in, okay? Unbelievable. And then you just fish them out before you serve it. But we're going to let this baby simmer for about an hour. And when we come back, we'll serve it up. And we'll eat some really good crusty bread with it. It's going to be great. Okay, our soup got a beautiful simmer going and a nice rolling simmer. That's what you want. And you know what? The lentils are tender now and they didn't break apart because that's what you want. The carrots are tender. It smells amazing. So now what I want to do is add our butternut squash. I know you thought I forgot about the butternut squash, right? But you know what? I didn't want to add it in the beginning because the butternut squash would break down. So we're going to add it now. You know, I roasted it on some foil so my cleanup was easier. So we're just going to add it right in there. And you know what? I cooked it till it was just sort of like al dente, okay? You don't want to mush it down, okay? So we're just going to let this simmer for another 10 to 15 minutes just so the butternut squash takes on the other flavors. And then we'll plate it up and we're ready to mangiare. Okay, our soup is done. It smells really good. And you know what? I just wanted to re-season it. I gave it a little taste test. And you know, of course, you don't need a lot of salt in this because of the bacon. Okay, now we're going to add freshly chopped parsley. You know, you want to get that green in there. It's a nice contrast to the other colors. And you know what? I am fishing out the rind of the Parmigiano Reggiano. See, it got nice and soft, but it gave it so much flavor. Okay. Let's ladle up our delicious soup. Oh man, this smells amazing. Anthony, I'm coming over to you. I want you to get a nice shot of this. People can see all the pretty colors. Isn't that beautiful? Nice drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. Okay. Another hit of fresh parsley on the top. And there you go, my friends, a delicious version of lentil soup for the new year. And don't forget, the recipe is going to be on the website. And thank you. That was another Cooking on the Block, and I'm Chef Ellie Espo. Bon appetit.